Greetings, Entropians. I'm Bearded Turtle. Today we're coming to you from Planet Cyrene with a 100 PED Tide Claw hunt. So in today's video we're going to kind of go over the creature that we hunted, some of the different maturity levels and whatnot, the equipment that we used, loot breakdown of what all we got, and then even we'll go into potential loot that we could have gotten, and then finish it off with our analysis. Let's get started. Here's the details on our Tide Claws. 67% impact, 33% cold damage type, a movement type of crawling, which is fairly slow, so you can shoot and run away, and just kite them into oblivion. Close quarters combat, they are not tameable, but they are sweatable. Our main focus for this hunt was the maturity level. However, the spawning grounds we used did have youngs and olds as well. So we're going to go ahead and give you the health breakdowns here. So the level 3 youngs had about 500 HP, level 7 mature about 1,000, and level 15 old was about 2,000. You might be wondering where you can find these guys at. So we have 3 locations that we have laid out here for the maturity levels. The first one is the one that we used, which is just north of the rookie training area teleporter. You see the coordinates there on screen. They're also available down in the notes section of the video. The second one we have noted is northwest of the Hive's Edge teleporter, and it's kind of right when you cross into the sand area. And then the third and final one is in the southern part of Cyrene, southwest of the Rift Station teleporter on the big icy plateau out there. Something to note on the locations, for the place where I was at, I was actually on an island, and I lost about 3 of the Tide Claws to drowning accidents because I pulled them and then they decided to walk off the edge. So if you don't want to deal with that, then hit up one of the other 2 locations that I mentioned there. Alright, time for some equipment. We got our 2 boosters there, the Neurobiotic Booster A1 1 mg and Merry Mayhem Candy Cane. The weapon we were using today was the AR Matrix LR10. As you can see, we got there, our cost per shot was about 8 PEC. The armor set we were rocking was the Pixie Adjusted set. And we go ahead and break down our decay costs here in a second for everything. There they are. Throw them all together, and it's 11.81 PED that we ended up spending on decay, boosts. I mean, I kind of put those boosts on there. Once again, I don't know what to put on there for the cost of the boosts. Add that with our ammo, 111.81 PED. Alright, jumping right into loot here. These are our little loot items that we got. Not too expansive of a loot table that we got dropped for us. But once again, it was only 100 PED, so I'm not expecting too much out of this hunt. You can see the amount that we got there. We got almost half of our ammo back in shrapnel, so that's pretty decent. There is the TT values of those items, and then we add them together, and we get 79.96 PED worth of items. So something else that I want to go into here is the bone-in meat actually has about a 240% markup right now, and it could be worth grinding it out for that. Some other noteworthy potential drops, there's quite a few guns that can drop from these Tide Claws, and then as well as I'm going to touch on the fact that I should have been probably hunting the olds because they have the chance to drop a Tide Claw Pristine Element, which is usually a Hoff type item. So if you're gonna hunt Tide Claws, I'd recommend switching over to the olds. So then we can do our little math here, and we came out with negative 31.85 PED for the cost of the hunt. Mix those all together, and we get 71.5% efficient. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, that's just about gonna do it for our Tide Claw hunt video here. Just got some final notes on it. Immediately I'm gonna go ahead and say that I would have switched over to hunting the old Tide Claws had I known that the pristine Tide Claw element wasn't able to drop from the matures, but I mean, I was streaming and thankfully Najlo told me about that, so I went ahead and did some research on it and all of that. The other note, I would have used the other hunting grounds because you don't have to worry about them drowning themselves. Also, the spawn point south of the Rift Station teleporter is completely made up of mature Tide Claws, so if that's what you're looking to hunt, then you're going to want to go to those grounds. Another thing, if I had the room, I would have nixed the armor and used a smaller gun and kited the Tide Claws quite a bit more. So, well, if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. We did live stream this hunt on Twitch, so if you ever see me go live on Entropia, it'll say it in the title that we're doing a hunt stream. Usually if you get in there in the first 15 minutes, you can actually get a vote in and let me know what it is that you want to see me hunt. Until next time, I'm Bearded Turtle. If you liked the video, then go ahead and like the video. If you loved it, then go ahead and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.